left hanging, and it certainly won't be the last after this place goes under. COVID time. Hey, you got Tyson. This isn't a character. We're just dark. I also sincerely, not for my people because they're jerk, but from me, I'm sorry for my people. But on that note, the next one is one of my people. O'Shea Bogus, please. Oh,
I'm a real Native American, okay? I'm a real Native American. I don't know any of my language because I'm a real Native American. My tribe's name is Grovon. It's French. I'm a real Native American. I grew up white trash. I'm a real Native American. Oh, okay. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I grew up in Montana. Grovon tribe. Fucking Grovont. Strange name. You shut your fucking mouth. Strange name. For a Native American tribe, it means pot belly. That's what it means. So French settlers landed on the East Coast, just like he's fucking doing right now. Infringing on my land and the treaties that we've set up. Treaties are made to be broken, I guess. So the French people landed on the East Coast, spent generations crossing the entire North American continent, and then they saw my tribe, and they're like, you guys are some fucking fat Indians. And we're like, dude, you're French Canadian now. You're fatter than we are. And they're like, shut up, fat Indians. Oh, fucking yeah. So I grew up in Montana. A lot of fun growing up white trash in Montana. We lived in a lot of trailers that had more carpet than floor, RVs, and eventually a bus. Fucking school bus. My dad kind of just like he acquired things. Like, one day he drove home with a station wagon, floor to ceiling, full of Blockbuster VHS tapes. Sweet. And I'd never seen the station wagon before. I'm not sure he had stolen the tapes or stole the station wagon, found him in the back. He's like, hey, a twofer, all right. And one day he just showed up with a bus, and he's like, we're living in this now. And I was like, well, kind of an upgrade, I think. You built a shower in this one, that's nice. And it says school bus on the front of it, but he painted over that, and he wrote cool bus with a K. And he did it in carpenter's pencil and never painted over it, never really put a border on those letters, just slowly faded away, like my respect for him. And he was very handy, like he would fix his own vehicles and all that shit. He built like an Acme like Looney Tunes slingshot so he could launch paint balloons across the Yellowstone River because he hated our neighbors. And I'm pretty sure my dad was retarded. Like I don't know what grade he finished in, but I'm pretty sure he went to school for 30 years like radio. Like, my dad found everything we had, he found, but he found our pets, which they were just wounded animals, like just birds with broken legs, which he may have broke to avoid having to speak to his children, just really focus on falconry. And he found a magpie. Her name was Maggie. And he found a hawk, and his name was Hawkins, because my dad just thought in 1930s black and white cartoons. Just, hey everybody, that's Hawkins the Hawk, and that's Maggie the Magpie, and I'm Corey the Cokehead. Let's put these children in danger. It's like living with Cat in the Hat. And like, this was by the time we had the Hawk, we were living in the bus, and the Hawk's perch was on that like fucking big metal the handle that opened the door. So every time I come home, coincidentally, it's feeding time for Hawkins. So, like the hawk is just sitting there. My dad chucks him a piece of like raw meat, and he just. It's an intimidation flap, is what that is. And I'd be scared fucking shitless, and my dad noticed that I was having a hard time with the wild bird perched at the front of the bus, and he's like, hey, just don't be afraid of him. He's a predator, so he can sense your fear. So just don't be afraid of him, and he won't stare at you like that. And I was like, I don't think that's it, Dad. I'm pretty sure it's because you can't afford a barber, and you give me a bowl cut and a rat tail. So I just look like a giant rodent on top of a human body. So I just look like the Egyptian god of poverty. It's like a mouse was granted a wish, but like there was a twist in the story, and he was granted a wish by the devil. And the devil's like, oh, you want a human body, you say? Well, little mouse, that's exactly what you'll get. Oh, fucking. My dad had a really weird. This is a part where it gets sad. My dad had a really weird parenting like strategy. I don't know if it was a strategy. He just did a lot of stuff, and he was trying to teach me how to play baseball. And he decided to teach me how to play baseball by making me stand next to like a giant stack of wood pallets and just throw fastballs at the wood pallets. Just so I'm not scared of the baseball anymore, and naturally I pissed my pants, and he's like, well, fuck, now I gotta dedicate to the rest of this day teaching you a lesson. So we got in the truck, and we went to a secondhand store, and we started picking some stuff out, and it was a green dress. And I think like a bonnet type thing with like a ribbon in it, and green Princess Jasmine Disney panties, and I think pink shoes. I don't remember what color the shoes were. Anyway, he made me wear all of this, and he made me go around. After we went there, we went to a gas station, picked up a bunch of powdered jelly donuts, and he made me go to everyone I knew, and I don't know the wording on this. He said, you're going to go to everyone that we know, and you're going to knock on the door, and you're going to be like, I'm a little bitch who pisses her panties and eats jelly donuts. And this is upsetting. But by this point, I'd lived with this man for 4 years, and there was a deep callous on my soul. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Let's do this. This is just another thing that I'll figure out it was the worst thing later, and like I was crying, but it wasn't real. It was for his benefit. Like I was in the passenger seat and just crying, eating my jelly donut, and he like just being a shitty father. And then he looked left because he had to take a left, and I'd just be like, "Fuck yeah, jelly donut." They started terrible, but it's turned good. And like I don't know, the thing that actually really upsets me most about it, looking back, is like I'm not a spring. I'm clearly an autumn. I don't need bright greens. Need more fertile, dark brown. I'm super into Halloween. I love costumes. I wonder why. And like the things that happen to you when you're a kid, they really affect who you become. Like if your parents like make you do a sport, or like they make you watch like some sort of like show on TV, or like make you play some sort of instrument, it's like, oh, well, you know, I used to hate that when I was a kid, but you know, I did it for so long, I kind of just associate it with my parents, and like I just want to keep doing it, and it just kind of makes me feel good to do it. Do I watch tranny porn because my dad made me cross-dress when I was 8 years old? I'm not sure about that. He was trying to make me not gay, so job well done. I'm not. You got halfway there. All right, that's it for me, guys. I've been O'Shea Boggs. Give it up for Tyson. I love this band.